I don't know that that's the best framing that I can do, but I don't think it's the worst framing I could do. So we're gonna stick with that. Hello everyone, this is a little bit of a I hate when YouTubers say that. I'm not gonna say that. I can't believe I did that. I genuinely, every time a YouTuber says, this is gonna be a different video, I'm like, yeah, I know, that's why I'm watching it. I have filmed this video 3 separate times. This is the third. Third time's a charm. This video was inspired by a conversation that happened in the Overseas Idol Discord about feedback and constructive criticism in a way that's really productive and what is actually helpful. You are more than welcome to disagree with anything that I say, or to add on to things that I say. And it's up to them whether they want to listen or not, but you can always give feedback in a way that's at somebody's level, right? It's not about the golden rule, which is treat everybody the way you want to be treated, but it's the silver rule, I think somebody taught me it's called, but treat people how they want to be treated. And whether you believe in that or not, I think that kindness is always the way. You do not have to be toxically positive to be kind to somebody. You can give direct feedback without being rude. And that's kind of what I want to showcase here today. So I want to get 3 things out of the way first. The first thing is that all this feedback also applies to me. I have probably done all of the things that I'm going to say. Maybe you should change this, and probably in recent videos. I do not want anybody to think that I am exempt from this feedback, but people are asking for it, and I'm very hyper aware of the things that I think I need to work on, and because of that, it's easier for me to see it in others as well. 2, all of the people in this video have submitted via a form that I'll leave in the description. Maybe I'll do another one of these videos if people continue to submit to it, but that brings up a very good point of do not give constructive criticism where it is not asked, or unless you are very close with that person and you know that they would be okay with it. I think this is very divisive, but again, it comes back to the kindness thing. A good analogy for this is if you're a cosplayer and somebody just comments saying, I really liked your cosplay, but this isn't accurate. And it's like, well, I didn't ask, and also maybe I made those choices for a reason, or maybe I had to do that because of X, Y, and Z situation. And it just brings negativity into it, and we just don't need that. Hi, hello. I just want to quickly say that I fully acknowledge that there will always be negative people, and people will always have, every right to leave negative and mean comments, but maybe as members of this community, we can work towards something better. And third, like I said, I just want to show feedback in a way that is direct, but still kind. And honestly, I don't want people to be afraid to give feedback. We're such a good community of so many lovely, nice people, and I genuinely believe that. Here's what I did. I have listed things that I like, and I have listed the top things that I think would improve the overall video or the performance. But the first time that I filmed this, I really got too nitpicky and nitty-gritty on the things that I don't think really matters in making an engaging video. That context matters, right? There are certain things that you can't control, whether it's due to finances or your situation at home or whatever it might be. So focusing on the things that you can change right now and asking for feedback on that is going to help make that a lot more productive for you. And I definitely should have asked for that when I got these videos, but here we are. And again, I still have a long way to go with this. I've been doing this for a long time, but because of my own circumstances, I can't always produce the content at the quality that I would like or that I feel I should be at this point. So I don't expect other people to do that because I know that I can't. Okay, I think that's enough of my disclaimers. I think hopefully when I edit this, I'll be like, okay, I got my point out. Good enough. So the first person that submitted a video to me was the lovely Poppy Jasper. First of all, the first note, literally in all of my notes, just says, the song slaps. This is a good song. I really enjoy it. Under the positives, I wrote, outfit is very cute. I really love the outfit. I think that it is very cute and matches the feel of the song really well. As always, Poppy's dancing is super precise. You're very clean with the way that you dance, and I know that that's something that's very important to you and something that you really focus on while practicing. From watching a lot of your practice videos, I think that you look like you know the dance, which is an important step. The things that I think would improve this a lot are your expressions and the way that you're emoting is a little bit one note. The entire video, you are maintaining a smile, and you have such a lovely smile that's really inviting. So I do love seeing that, but I think that if you looked at the lyrics of the song and tried to find some variation in that, it would help make it a little bit more engaging to watch the actual performance and not just your really clean dancing, if that makes sense. Because there are a few moments where you do switch it up a little bit, and that makes me go, What I do, and you may already do this, but this is a good tip for this if this is something that you struggle with, is I'll take a mirror that's like this, and I will sit with it in front of my computer with the English lyrics, since most of the songs we do are in Japanese. This one's in Chinese, I believe, but and I will have the mirror in front of me with the lyrics, the English lyrics behind. I'll listen to the song, I'll practice my expressions and read each line as it's happening so that I kind of know what emotion I'm supposed to be having at that point, and then I can practice. And that just helps me to get very comfortable looking at my face, quite frankly, and knowing what my face looks like when I'm doing different things. The other thing is, and I don't know where you're filming this, but if you took a few steps back from to go more towards the grassy area and had more of that in the shot and less of the kind of gravelly drive part, and move the camera forward, I think because you're dressed in this cute bear outfit, it would give more of that like in the woods feel. And you'd still be able to dance on that more solid ground, but it would take up a little bit less of the frame. But aside from that, I really liked your little wave at the end. I think that having something at the end of a dance between the dance being over and the fade out, again, helps engage and feel like, oh, look at that. Kind of regardless of what the genre is. So I did really like that. I hope that there was something in there to help you. So the next person that submitted was Koneco, and she submitted her English cover of Fansa, which I love. I love this song so much. I have an English cover of it that I do as well, that I really hope to do a video of when it's not 110 degrees out and when there's not a pandemic happening. First of all, your room is super cute and it looks like a really good backdrop. There's a lot of your personality in your room and I love seeing that. It makes me feel like I'm getting to know you a little bit. As always, Koneco's singing is A+. You give so much in your voice and I love listening to you sing. I think that's definitely one of your strongest points, so A+ on that one too. There are two things that stuck out to me as things to improve with this video. This is something for you to decide, but I think that pitching the song down might actually help, and I'll leave a tutorial down below on how to do that in Audacity, which is the program that I use to do it. But I think there's one point in the song where something changes and your voice like gets so much more energetic and I can feel your emotion coming through, and I
on the super special night full of my love, so come and sing with me, always together next to me.
Love that moment so much, and it's a slightly lower moment where I think you're feeling a little more comfortable in the vocal range, but if you pitch the song down a little bit, you can have that moment more so throughout the song and feel a little more comfortable singing, especially when you're singing and dancing. I think that might help maintain some of that stamina throughout the entire song because it is a very long song. The other thing that I would consider with the vocals is maybe putting some of the lines in the backing track. Whenever I do it, I put the motto, or a bit more, I think in your English translation, as the backing track so that I have that moment to take the next breath. Because it feels like some of your lines are getting cut off and you're not fully completing them because you're anticipating the next line. As far as dancing goes, your dancing's super cute. I think that for songs like this where you're singing and dancing and the choreography wasn't exactly made to be sung while doing it, you really have to decide sort of which moves you're gonna do. This is something that I struggle with so much and I haven't done, but something that I think I'm gonna do for my next live is print out the lyrics and just make notes of where I'm going to do the dance and where I'm going to stand and sing, or do something cute outside of the choreography to sing. There's a few moments where you're looking down and you seem a little bit unsure of the dance, so I think that might, like, really planning that out might help you feel a little more confident and really follow through on all of those moves. But overall, this video is really, really cute. I really enjoyed watching it and it brought a smile to my face, and not just because I love this song so much, but your performance of it was really good. So the next person that submitted was Faith C. First of all, this cover brought such a smile to my face. I really enjoyed watching it as well. Your expressions and just the way that it looks like you're having a lot of fun was something that really drew me in, and the little wave at the beginning, I out loud went, ah! It was so cute. Also, I really liked that you did multiple takes as well. You did a more close-up shot and you did a further away shot to really break things up and keep me engaged waiting for the next thing. I think that's something that really enhances a video, and your editing overall, I can tell you put a lot of time into, and that's something that I can respect. The biggest thing that I noticed while watching this video as far as things to improve is that you're singing and dancing, but in your dancing shots, you aren't lip syncing, so it almost looks like you're dancing to a cover instead of your own vocals. I think if at least you did lip syncing on the close-up shot, it would feel more like your cover in both ways. I think the mixing isn't showing off your vocals as well as it could be. I know very little about mixing, but the vocals sounds like it's a little bit too loud for the instrumental. If you lowered it down a little bit, it would feel more like it's blending instead of the vocals just sitting on top of the instrumental. The only other thing was, and this is just something to consider, is that I liked seeing your dogs. I thought that they were very cute, and again, it kind of gives that personal element to the video. I do think at a certain point they got a little bit distracting because they were messing with the things you had put in the background. I don't know if they had to be in your room for some reason or whatever it might be. It's something to think about. Oh, the other idea I had was that you had this mannequin in the background of one of your shots, and it looked like it was just kind of pushed in the corner there, and if it has to be there, it would be really cute if you put an outfit on it, like maybe a cosplay or a cute idol outfit that you have. I think that that would add a touch and make it look really intentional. But overall, your dancing looks really clean, it looks nice, it looks like you're having fun, and to me, that's the most important part. So thank you so much for submitting. The next person that submitted a video to me was Julili. First of all, your energy is like a firecracker. That is your number one best trait, is your energy. It really pulls you in. You look like you're having a ton of fun, and you are just a little firework at all times, and I love watching it. The outfit that you have in this video is super cute. I really like the styling of it, and I think overall your dancing is really good, and it feels like a dance that you're very comfortable doing. I do like your vocals a lot in this cover. I can feel your emotions really coming through. The mixing of it though feels a little bit empty. It might have helped to have a secondary track of you singing it underneath of it, maybe with a reverb. That's something that I've learned recently really helps make it feel full and not make, again, the audio of yourself and the instrumental feel separate. I do think it would have been nice to have some of your vocals on the backing as well. I know you're using the official instrumental, but even some of you layered over that would have helped some of those transitions. The only other thing with this video that I think would have improved it, I know that you're filming in the Gaylord, so you probably were at a convention, but having a close-up shot of you singing, since it is a singing and dancing cover, might have helped break up the dance a little bit, and again just kept that engagement throughout the whole video since the cover is quite long. I've talked with a few other people with this, and generally people only watch like the first minute and a half of a dance. So the more you add things that break that up, whether it be close-up shots or editing or text or things that just make it more dynamic, the longer that watch time tends to be. At least that is what I've noticed when talking to other people about it. Your dancing is already really good. I think to take it to the next step, you might want to watch your downtime. So basically your free arms, when your feet aren't doing anything, or if there's not like a specific performance moment, because when you're on, everything is super clean and it looks really good, but it's those down moments where things seem to fall looser, and that might help just clean it up a little. I remember watching this cover whenever it initially came out, and I really liked it, and the Gaylord is beautiful, so of course the setting is really nice. So thank you for submitting, and I hope that some of that was helpful. Next person that submitted was Pinex. I don't know how to pronounce it, and I'm so sorry. The first thing I have on here that I noticed initially was that I really like this wig on you. It's a Maki wig. The cover is of Sunny Day Sung, but I think that the color is really nice and the texture of it looks really nice. The second thing that I noticed when watching this video was that your expressions and your emoting is so good. Again, it really pulls me in, it makes me feel like I want to keep watching, and it looks like you're having fun. When you're doing the dance, you look very confident in it. You look like you know it, and you know what moves comes next, and you're doing each move fully, and that's just pleasurable to watch. The things that I think could improve this a little bit, to nitpick on the video itself, it's posted on Instagram, so it is vertical, and I understand why you're back because of the light. It looks better than if you were directly under it, but if you could bring the camera forward so that we could get closer and see those expressions a little bit more, that would be nice. Or alternatively, if you can't do that, putting something in the empty space in the front, because you're in a Maki cosplay, maybe if you had like a Maki plush or a Love Live plush, or even just like a cute teddy bear or something to just show your personality a little bit, especially in fun cosplay videos like this, I think really engages people a lot more. But the fact that it's nice and simple and doesn't distract from the dance is also nice. So there's something to balance there. When I was watching you dance, I had to watch it a few times, and I think the thing that would help you the most is strengthen your moves. And let me explain what I mean by that. So for example, whenever you're doing this move, right, the back and forth, you're hitting each move on time, but it's not a strong hit on each one. And you get that by tensing up these muscles a little bit and holding your wrist a little stiffer. You don't want to be a robot about it, obviously. You still want it to feel fluid, and there is, again, that balance in there. But if you clean that up a little bit, it's those little things that'll really push your dancing to the next level. I've seen the other clips you posted in OIC as well, and your dancing is very good. I think just putting that strength or that stress to really hit each move will push it. But overall, again, I really enjoyed watching this, and thank you so much for submitting it. The next person that submitted was Crystal Necco, who I recently have been out and talking to more, and I have really enjoyed our conversations. This cover is so cute. The first thing I wrote is both outfits are 10 out of 10. I love them so much. They're super cute. It looks like you put a lot of intention in them and you really thought about them, and even if you didn't, it looks like you did, which is even better. Your dancing is very clean, and your expressions are really, again, engaging. I don't know how many times I've said engaging in this video. A lot of Odorites dances are really long and have a lot of like slight variations on the same choreography, so I really appreciate when they're very clean throughout the whole thing, so good job on that. The thing that I noticed while watching this is that during the choruses specifically, it looks like you're thinking about the moves, and as a result your expressions and emoting falter just a little bit. That's me being pretty nitpicky, because if you watch the whole video, you're really fun to watch, but being aware of those little moments of where you're thinking a little bit harder because maybe the dance is a little bit harder or you don't know it as well, so you end up glancing down or just not having the same energy as you did at the other points. The only other thing too is the video. I know you're filming this in your house, and I actually really like the setting of it. It looks, again, very intentional, clean. It kind of looks like a set. I don't know what color correcting you did on it already, but if you brighten it a little bit and maybe warmth, make the tone a little bit warmer, it might give a little bit of a vibe that matches the song a little bit more, that like warm, inviting, fun, like shoujo type thing. I hope that makes sense. But overall, I think that this video is super good and super cute, and I really had a lot of fun watching you have fun become a heroine. Okay, one more. So the last person that submitted was Kayo, who actually is relatively local to me, lives in Arizona, and is so cute, so cute. The outfit is 10 out of 10, schoolgirl wonderfulness. You perform in such an AKB way, like the way that you emote and the expressions that you do are very similar to the way that they do it, and I mean that in a good way. It's subtle, but you can still see it, and it looks very intentional. What I wrote is, you make AKB dances look interesting. Listen, I'm a fan of this era of AKB as well, but their dances are not known for being overly complex. But watching you do them is actually really engaging because of the way you're performing them. That being said, the thing that stuck out to me the most was that first 5 to 10 seconds of just singing. There's no choreography. That same performance confidence isn't reading as well as it is the rest of the video. Really sung along and moved your head around and made it a little bit extra. It would help pull those people in to watch the rest of the video, because again, people watch those first 20 seconds and then the first minute and the first minute and a half, and at each one of those points they're deciding if they want to click off or not. So I think that those first seconds are really important, but you do such a good job of this already. I think you just need to be conscious of it at that very beginning part of this particular dance, because it is just singing. I think the only other thing with this too that I thought about, and this was just because it was the last video I watched, was if you had something that showed your personality in the frame of it as well. AKB's big thing is idols you can meet, right? You get to know them. So if you had like your favorite plush or just something in the background that felt like you. I do like the framing of it. There's the little plant and it feels very clean and very not distracting from the frame. But I think that that might be something to consider as well going forward, just to introduce little parts of your personality so people get to know you. But as I said 1,000 times, Kayo is so cute and I enjoy watching her videos so much. They really feel like that old style AKB that I really miss. How long have I been filming? So I hope that this helped at all, made you think about your content in a slightly different way if you didn't really know where to help. I will say this, I have a lot of trouble expressing myself verbally. So if anybody ever wants feedback on a song or a video or a dance or literally anything at all, please feel free to reach out to me on Twitter or Instagram or Discord or wherever and just say, hey, can I get your feedback on this with a link to it? And I will look at it, maybe not quite right that second, but I will look at it and give you my thoughts. I think that there's not enough of that, and I realize that not everybody has people to turn to for that. So this is me volunteering myself to be your feedback guy. Thank you for watching all the way through this. I have no idea how long the final video is going to be. But again, and I said this before, but I will say it again, I think that no community is worth having if there's not kindness in everything that you do. But again, kindness does not mean toxic positivity. Yeah, I just think that we all need to be nice to each other, and nice does not mean not being honest or direct. It just means not being mean. And that's all that I really ask for. I think that's everything that I had to say. I'm going to try not to over-explain myself any more than I already have. I hope that you've enjoyed, and I will see you in the next cover, which is gonna be soon. From the stars in the sky, I'm Alex Pinku. Goodbye!